It's joke, no joke, no joke. Oh, you know what it is. Joke, no joke, no joke. Oh, you know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. My man Darius in the building. All right. Membership gang in here up early in the morning, dressed in black. I can't lie. They got me up in the suit and tie. They killed the homie that I went to school with. I tell you, life ain't it's the fool with. Shout out to my man, my fellow Americans. Salute. All right. We in the building. Choke no joke. You already know Choke no joke live. We here. All right. Shard is in the building. I see you. I don't know what you're talking about, Shard. How can he expose what he was a part of? But we'll get into that. I think I know what you're talking about. All right. Choke no joke. We in here, like my man Darius said. We got Queen D in the building. Queen D, what it be? Queen D. Choke no joke. You already know, baby. Yeah, now. You know what it is. Keep on hating. You know what it is. Happy birthday to me once again. Shout out to everybody that gave me birthday love. I appreciate you. I love you. I love you. A simple text, happy birthday, a simple DM, it means the world to me. I appreciate the acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to have your haters, but I just focus on the ones that love me. You know what I'm saying? When you give love, you get love reciprocated to you. You know what I'm saying? But joke no joke, Taurus season was a blast. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody at the Glamping Collective. You know, I'll put a full video together for y'all. I'll probably drop that in the morning at 10 o'clock, right? But joke no joke, you know what it is, man. I got a good show for y'all tonight. Your boy Fat Joe talking about Tupac killer confessed to him. That you know we're going to cover. May said some stuff that let me know that maybe he wasn't a part of the secret society because one of the things in the secret society is not to break the oath. And Mace just broke the oath. I'll get into that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then the girl Cheyenne Bryant, they dogging her, bro. They dogging her every got doggone it. YouTube personality, every media outlet, for the most part, they are like she faked it till she made it. She made it, and now they know she faked it. We got Rick Ross talking about slapping my man Curtis. It's I don't know what to say, man. It's a really interesting week. I don't know. Maybe because it's Gemini season coming. It's Gemini season now. That people like Max B is talking greasy out here. You know, Daz. I got to call Daz because we got to have a conversation because I don't know what my brother doing out here, man. You know, my boys, the Knicks. We talking about that. We won up in the Eastern Conference Finals. Few games from being in the finals. I think, man, like the way this year is going, man. I think, man, the Knicks, we finally gonna get to see that championship. I know OKC is gonna be hard to beat, but You know, something is telling me it's something in the water. When the streets of New York is flooding, you know what I'm saying? And the streets of Atlanta is flooding, something is changing. It's changing in the algorithm. It's changing in this dimension. Something's going on. And the New York Knicks will get a chip this year. I'm praying for it, baby. Joke, no joke. You already know. Let's get the show started. We're here now. Learn from mistakes 3 on the way. You know what I'm saying? Learn from mistakes part 1 and 2 out right now. Y'all know how we do. Let's get to the show, man. We got a good one tonight, baby. Choke, no joke. I'm here now. It is.
I do it. This is a diss, would be specific. Hit you with a sub, you blacklisted. Her third tour, it's ridiculous. You in the crowd, babysitting. Mad at pics, fans flicking. You got a Billy, they dick licking. Kids, your son and dad missing. You duck in the swab, results prison. I see your faces, the mad prism. Y'all rats, are you kidding? And if you sign, you have no wisdom. Integrity missing, money mission. Lamar Latrells in your system. Camel licking, nerves switching. Are y'all kidding? Y'all Virginian. Success, y'all dream sex. Sold a lot of units, but still checks. Squares, Nike, I run with checks. People use Marcy as pets. I move his skin, you on your head. All your tunes are dead. You ugly like your dreads. No bag, I'm on your head. No fag, I'm my shooter. You the glad Duke shooter. You do balls but no hooters. Choke no joke, I am the future. With no Malloy, you play with boys. Be out here wishing she was a boy. You her decoy, you her bitch. Choke no joke, I am the shit. Yo Cam, get off my dick. Mad Jim, king of the dips. Without Jewels, you have no hits. Your last hit was True Life. When he caught you with that right. Yo Big Joe, am I right? Nigga Dame saved your life. And then you crossed him for home. Got on stage with Ho. You an actor, you ain't Poe. Choke no joke. You already know. Yo, man, I'm done, man.
Choke no joke, yeah. It's choke no joke.
Let's go.
Choke no joke, chicken choke no joke. Choke no joke, niggas choke no joke. What up, y'all? It's Arthur D. Austin, better known as Choke No Joke. We out here at the legendary Tunnel nightclub, or at least where it used to be. Everybody asks me what's the Tunnel. The Tunnel was a nightclub that was owned in the 90s here by Peter Gatien. In 94, Stress Entertainment started a party called Mecca. In 96, Franchise Entertainment took it over and they had it until it closed. All the biggest names in hip hop perform here, from Jay-Z, Meth and Red, Dr. Dre, Snoop, Nas, Puff Daddy and the Family, Eve, you name it, they was all here. If you had heart, you came here. But everybody didn't have heart. So it's time for y'all to enter the club most people feared to enter, the Tunnel.
The Tunnel wasn't a unique hip-hop club, and its foundations were based on the concept of bringing hip-hop from all the boroughs to one location. And it was the brainchild of Peter. My name is Sterling Cox. I was the head of security.
Alpha Grinion, Brooklyn, New York.
My name is V.
House.
Sincere from Brooklyn.
Glenn Beck. Jumping Lee, whatever Lee you want to call me.
Omega.
Ray Mack.
Diamond.
Craig.
Candy.
Big Box. Big Country.
Ramona Diaz.
Big Penna. Big CB.
John Bass Raleigh.
Sean Brophy, sound engineer.
DJ Johnny Walker Red.
MC Frank Jigger, the celebrity's choice.
Choke No Joke, legendary videographer.
Supreme Bigger Figure. Big Cap. The Warden.
Big G, AKA the ringleader.
The tunnel was the hip-hop nucleus.
It was the epicenter.
It was the domain, the temple.
It was the Mecca.
It was like the hip-hop Woodstock.
Nothing was that melting pot of hip-hop.
They kept the paradigm going.
It's almost like what Rucker did for like street basketball. The tunnel was that of music industry.
Hip-hop had a heart. That shit was one of the main arteries.
It was actually a Mecca. That's what the original name of the party was, Mecca.
It was like a time machine. That's how the tunnel was. You came out a whole different individual.
We went in there, young men with attitudes, and came out there wiser men with our lives.
It was definitely a starting beginning spot for artists to come and mingle and branch out and get your record heard and get your shit together, really, to go into the next phase of your career.
The tunnel was not open or did not open. A lot of new artists or a lot of artists that we know now, to this very day, will have never been known.
All these artists out today need to be happy that the tunnel was fucking open. Nobody would hear none of y'all singing tight pants niggas right now. The tunnel was a platform for niggas like Jay and Puff, Boule and Mob and DMX and Rough Riders. Niggas don't respect these niggas today, man. You need to realize, man, without them niggas, man, and their platform, it made a lot of moves for niggas today.
It happened there, it made it relevant.
Became a pillar of hip hop.
The tunnel is the nucleus of hip hop. And I'll say all the way down south, because when the tunnel was open, wasn't too much going on down that motherfucker. Y'all can say what y'all want, peace to the south, but New York made the shit pop. New York was where it's at. The tunnel in New York is where you needed to be to pop.
The tunnel was definitely a hip-hop nucleus, yo. It was just like the galaxy and bring other planets in. You have people from France, Germany, London, everywhere. If they came to New York, they had to go to the tunnel.
Hi, from here, I come here to meet you, and I'm going to all the place. I'm going to the Bronx, to Sedgwick Avenue, McCool to the party, and Cedar, and then I'm going to the tunnel.
It was our barometer for, how we were really gauging records, and we were really, studying the behavior of the consumer.
Saying it ain't just like how they do it now. You could just throw a record out and, you know what I'm saying, wait 8 weeks, 10 weeks, whatever for the shit to bubble. Niggas was putting them records on to see if them shits get that reaction. And if the shit was popping, niggas would fast track it. If it wasn't, niggas would go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely. It's the definition of hip hop nucleus. Everything was there.
Everything that surrounded hip hop, from fashion to music, hairstyles.
Like, it encompassed every part of the hip-hop experience, and they put it all in one building on a Sunday night.
If you go as far back to little hole in the walls and little, centers where people start elaborating, playing the sounds and displaying the culture, to within later on you have places that was up in Harlem, like Harlem World, or up in the Bronx called T Connection, just using them as an example, of many other places all throughout the city. And then years later, here come places like Union Square and Latin Quarters. The last of the Mohegans of for real hip hop had became the tunnel.
Tunnel was definitely a hip hop nucleus. It really was. And you gotta say, believe it or not, the wagon master was a one-eyed white guy from Canada, Peter Gation.
Nothing will ever be like the tunnel.
Choke No Joke, you already know. We here now. That Hip Hop Nucleus, the Tunnel documentary is out right now. I just dropped the link for you. If you didn't get the link, I just dropped it again. Support a brother. Go watch that on Stash Movies right here on YouTube. If you want to watch it on Tubi, just go in Tubi, put in Choke No Joke, Amazon Prime, put in Choke No Joke or the Tunnel documentary. It'll pop right up. All right. What up? What up? What up? Choke no joke. I'm live. You know what it is. All right. Let's go. Let's go. You already know. Chanel, you already know. Miss Minaj. All right. We in the building. KV, what up? I'm live on YouTube. The link is in my story. Talking Fat Joe tonight. We talking Mace tonight. We talking fake Dr. Cheyenne tonight. Who else we talking about tonight? Rick Ross. Talk about Rick Ross tonight. We got a lot of things to talk about tonight, man. But joke no joke, you know what it is. Thank you again for everybody that wished me happy birthday. All right, let's get this going. All right. Shout out to everybody in the building. All right, Queen D, I see you. Dipset forever. What up? You know what it is. Pac. Pac. Life. What you putting up your nose? Pac. Life. Everybody out here knows. Pac. Life. Everybody want to be on top. Like ain't that okay? Unless you got that Pac, baby, Pac. Life. Chanel is in the building. Boy, thirsty, man. See, I'm growing my hair out. You know what I mean? Gotta take it back to the Afrocentric days. You know what I mean? Gotta let them know I got a little Nubian in me. You know what I mean? Old school Nubian brother out here. You know what I mean? Afro. Down with the Afro, kicking Afro-listics. You know, some of y'all youngins don't know nothing about the Afro-lifting. Afro-lifting. Shout out to DJ Hurricane. You know what it is. All right. Rest in peace, JMJ. All right. So, joke no joke, you already know. Yes, Tara, I did enjoy my birthday. I spent it at the Glamping Collective. It was amazing. I dropped some videos, so you should go check that out. But for all those that been under a rock, you know what I mean? Face, what up? My birthday was May 19th, 2 days ago. I went to the Glamping Collective for a few days. Stayed up in the mountains, went hiking. Saw a deer. This deer just came out of nowhere. I'm like, yo, what the hell? He wasn't even scared either. But yeah, man, I really enjoyed. It was a different experience being up in the mountains, glamping, no TV, no radio, just quiet, peace and quiet. Like you can't hear nothing. You don't hear no traffic. You don't hear anything. You just like so close to the stars because you're so high up in the mountains. Like the stars look like you could just reach up and touch them. You know what I'm saying? But it's pitch black out there. I wish it would have rained. I would have loved to be in that globe while it rained. I think that would have been a real beautiful sight to witness, you know. But yeah, the spot is called the Glamping Collective. If let me show you. But go check it out. You know what I'm saying? They got like different cabins and stuff. You know, you could get the dome like the one I had. They got the all glass cabin. You know, it's an experience. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is just go up there, grab some food. You know, this is not a paid advertisement either. You know, this is just me. Y'all know I love to travel. I like to try new things. Excuse me. Because to me, life is all about experiences. But let me show y'all real quick. See, that's how the globes look. So you out in the woods for real, but you know, see the pool. Mickey, you made it. But yeah, it's a great getaway. It's very comfortable. It's roomy. You know, I say 3 days tops. You know, you got your own jacuzzi, got your own fire pit. You know what I'm saying? No, you got your own space. You know, it's spacious enough to where you can't hear the other people and next to you. But I'm telling you, it's something to experience at least once. Look how fly the room is. Look at the view from your bed, man. Like it would be lovely if they had like wildlife, like a safari, and you see real animals walking around and tigers and lions and stuff walking around. It would be ill. But yeah, the shower is spacious. You know, um, it's designed nice, man. You know, Justin, good looking, appreciate it. Much love. Thanks for the support. But like I said, you got the little fire pit. All that's on your property. You know. Then you could come go out on the mountains. You know, go through the trails and overlook the mountains. The pool with the waterfall. Look at that, man. Sit out there, eat. In the morning, come out, drink your coffee. In the evening, watch the sunset. Get in the jacuzzi. Yeah, this is what glamp is about. Camping is getting a tent, getting a tent, um, some sleeping bags, some sticks, some rocks to make your own fire, like that. That's camping. This here is glamping. You know what I mean? Bring your food. You know what I'm saying? You could cook it out there on the grill instead of on some rocks. Making your own grill. You know what I'm saying? You get to go swimming. And camping. There ain't no campsite really is gonna give you swimming. So it's sexy, bro. You know what I mean? Give it a try, man. Like I said, this is not a paid advertisement. This is me putting you up on some games. So, fellas, if maybe um your girl got a birthday coming up, or y'all do a family reunion, like, a bunch of family members could go, everybody could get their own little globe, each couple or more than, if you got kids, a couple and two little kids could fit in that one bed. You know what I'm saying? Um, so you could do a family event, you know, whatever, but I would, I would recommend this. If you are stressed out, right? And it's just noise. It's just noise wherever you at. And you just need to just get away so you can think. And this is that spot. This is that spot. The over right there at the top of the sink is the air conditioner. Is very powerful. You control the air condition if you want. You know what I'm saying? You got your stove, you got your uh stove oven or oven stove, whatever you call that little stove top joint, right? You got hot plates on top of that. You know, those drawers is filled with utensils and cleaning supplies. If you need anything, you got that garbage right there. I'm telling yo, it is sexy. You know what I'm saying? That door, you got a keypad. They'll give you a code, so you just put your code in to get in and out. Only you'll have your code, and you create your own code, so nobody will know your code. They products is good. They call lather. I had used the lemongrass joint. Like I said, it's something to do, and they got that one, and let me show you. And you got this one here. This one's in North Carolina. The other one's in Tennessee, right? Same thing, but designed a little bit different. See, this one got the trail. See, this is the one I had right here. See how beautiful that is? And from Atlanta, this one, they both from Atlanta in either direction, whether you go north or you go west, it's like 3 hours driving. But to be in this and it's raining, I know it gotta be a different type of experience. Hearing that rain hit on top of that globe like that. Yeah, so like I said, man, I'm just putting you out on game. This is something you could go as a solo traveler. You know what I'm saying? You just want to get away from everybody. You just want to think and reflect. I recommend it for you. You know what I'm saying? And 3 miles away, they got Ingles supermarket where they got, a deli, hot foods and stuff. So you could go to the supermarket and buy your own groceries and stuff. You ain't even gotta take your stuff with you. You could buy it there, go up there and cook it, or you could just go get hot food. And they got a bunch of restaurants in the neighborhood. So it's a win-win. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's an interesting view overhead. That's dope. All right, that's called the Glamping Collective, y'all. I'll drop the link. All right. So that's for all those out there that like to do fun stuff Instagram, I'm live on YouTube. There's a link in my story if you want to see what's on the screen. All right. So let's get to the current events. You know what I mean? I just want to share my birthday shing ding with y'all. In case any of y'all got a birthday coming up. Shout out to all the Geminis in the building. Shout out to all my Tauruses. Salutes. We did it, Aries. We did it, Capricorns. You know, let the rest of them eat now, y'all. Aries, Capricorns, Tauruses. Let's let everybody else eat. Gemini, the plate is there for you, all right? We passing the baton to you. Go ahead and run to the next month. But yeah, Choke No Joke. Once again, that was the Glamping Collective. That was not a paid advertisement. That was just me putting my supporters up on some game to, you know, if you want to do something nice for yourself or for your husband or for your wife or for your mom, your dad, you know what I'm saying? Treat somebody, give them a gift certificate to go there. They'll love it. I'm telling you. Especially if they like peace. They the type of person that like a cigar, some wine, some whiskey, and like to just sit out there and just reflect and listening to what I was hearing some goddamn, I don't know if it was hyenas or coyotes, but it would sound like somebody was getting murdered up out there. And it was like, is that an animal or is that a person screaming like that? It was crazy. And speaking of Geminis, today is the great late notorious B.I.G. birthday. My man, Frank White, a.k.a. Christopher Wallace, a.k.a. Biggie, a.k.a. one of my favorite rappers in the world. Definitely top 3 lyricists. Biggie would have been 54 today. 54 today. That's when you hear us say, y'all little young niggas, y'all niggas is still babies. When you look at Big, you look back now, if Big would have been 54 today. Think about it. He been dead 30 years. He didn't get to live, bro. He was a youngin'. He was a baby. Look where Jay-Z and Nas is today. Imagine where Biggie and Pac would be today. Nas got a goddamn casino that he's involved in. Jay-Z did a lot of great things, you know, in the last 30 years. You could only imagine what Pac and Big would have did. Pac definitely would have been a politician. I definitely believe that. He would have ran before Kanye. Whether he ran for Senate, governor, mayor, or president, I think he had a greater chance of winning anything that he ran for than a Kanye or anybody else in hip hop. But yeah, man, 54, man. 54, died at 24. Think about what you was doing at 24 years old. Think about some of y'all was still living in with y'all mother at 24. Some of y'all ain't even have kids yet at 24. Some of y'all was still in school at 24. You feel me? Big died way too early, man. This is why I don't take like for granted. This is why um I don't play with the power of words. Like both Big and Pac, you know, people say they prophesize they death, but to me, I feel like it's just energy. You know what I'm saying? And the power of word is strong. And they both play with death with words. You know, words could cast spells. You know what I'm saying? And I would never say, yet alone name my album Ready to Die. You know what I'm saying? That's like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the title Life After Death, like, I know that was a play on words from the first album, but like that's playing with words, and words have power. You know what I'm saying? Like they tell you, you say Candyman 3 times, 5 times in the mirror, he appears, right? You know, not that we believe in Candyman, but that's where that's just a play of words on the power of words, right? Like I always tell people, Dame did that to himself. He made that movie Death of a Dynasty, and the dynasty died. Why would you make a movie about you and Jay breaking up over Aaliyah, and you going to do one company, he going to do one company, one of the artists gets shot? You know what I'm saying? And you create this whole movie like it's a witch's brew, and everything for the most part, law of attraction, exactly. And everything that you put out there came true because the energy was so strong. You made a movie out of it. You put it out there bigger than just the thought. When you don't even supposed to think negative thoughts on yourself or others or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you just cast the spells. Like you see people like Kanye in his early uh career talk about how he was the best and he was the ish, and he was gonna be rich and he was gonna be a fashion designer, and he was like, this nigga spoke all that into existence, and I was there for it. I heard him speak these spells, so to speak. I heard him say these things and seen it come into fruition. I'm with the nigga in his apartment, and he's doing the segment out of a closet in the apartment. So now he got a closet that's probably bigger than a house. You know what I'm saying? So the power word is strong. Um, don't speak what you want. Don't speak what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Speak what you want. Say it. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's nothing wrong with dreaming, so to speak, right? If you say you the best at something or you going to be the best at something, it's like Mike Tyson. You know, early in his career, he said one day he was going to be the champ, and he bust his butt working out to fulfill that fantasy because that's what it was. It was a fantasy. It was a dream. Everybody don't make it to the goddamn NBA. You know what I'm saying? But he spoke it enough, and then one day he got somebody raising his arm up and giving him a belt. You the champ. You said it. You know what I'm saying? If you say it, you can do it. If you put the energy behind it, if you execute your dreams or what you're thinking about, then of course, yes, it will happen. If you talk negative upon yourself, it's gonna happen. So speak only good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Say, yo, man, yo, I'm gonna be rich at the end of this year. Yo, I'm gonna be rich at the end of this year. Yo, tell everybody that. Yo, I'm gonna be rich at the end of this year. And do something to push forward to you being rich at the end of the year. But just keep saying, you know what I'm saying? Or if you got a dream, yo, I'm gonna be a movie star. or I'm gonna be a successful rapper. Yo, I'm gonna go platinum. Whatever it is your dream is, dream it. And then put the energy behind it and keep saying it and see what happens. You'll see it works. It definitely works. You know what I'm saying? Um, Mace is my first topic tonight, right? I got a few things I want to go through, right? Mace, for some strange reason, I don't know who he was referring to because I really don't watch their show in full. I'll catch clips here and there, right? But for a long time, I've been telling y'all about the entertainment industry and how wicked it is, and how, you know, to get to the millions and to be a household name in this, outside of a few of us that slipped through the cracks and made a name for ourselves independently, right? To be amongst the people that most of y'all idolize or fans of, or y'all call the elite, or them phony black excellence people, right? I've been telling y'all that there's only two ways to be in that multi-million dollar group going up to the billion-dollar group in the entertainment industry and sports too. That's part of entertainment, right? You're not going to be, you're not going to get up in the circle of the upper echelon of celebrities where you're hanging and kicking it with, I ain't going to even name none of them. I was about to start naming people, but I'm not. To hang out with these people, one, unless you are okay with sacrificing your integrity and or your heterosexuality, or uh, giving up Jesus or Allah as your Lord and Savior, right? Or any other religion outside of anything dark, evil, satanic, Luciferians, whatever you want to call it, right? Well, I've been telling y'all that for, I don't know, the last 20 years. Once I got to a certain level in my career and I started noticing my surroundings. Today, I'm perfectly, perfectly crystal clear on what it is when it comes to being in the circle of the suckers, I call them. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them, I feel like I look at that selling your soul as like steroids in sports. You know what I'm saying? Their career ain't based straight on their talent. Their career is based on, you know, sexual favors and worshiping a dark energy for the most part. But what brings me to talk about Mace is now Mace, I'm not going to say, I want to say he's the first, but I'm not going to say he's the first. He's the first to say it in the way that he said it because he's directing it at certain people that he's not naming names, but whoever he's talking to know he's talking to them, right? So in the past, you had people like Nori tell you, oh man, it's two doors to the industry. You see, he don't talk about that no more. You know why, right? That nigga spun the block. You had Nori tell you that it was two doors to the industry, right? One was the rainbow door. One was the satanic door. Right? However you want to look at it. You had Fat Joe tell you that there was a gay mafia in hip hop, right? You notice he don't say that no more, right? You know why, right? Nigga spun the block, right? So most of us in the industry that have some type of influence, right, have made a mark as an influence, get approached by people that are already a part of either or, and they try to bring you in because maybe, I don't know, it may boost them up in some type of pyramid way. I don't know, right? But there are people to try to recruit you that are the testers to see if you with it. So these people, because now they done got sophisticated because of sexual harassment, that they use these people as fillers or fluffers or testers to see if you with the ish, right? So this week, Mace, for some reason, seemed to wanted to expose that. And I found it very strange because people like Mace that's been around the industry for X amount of time and played in those circles. I'm not saying that he went through either door. I'm just saying he been around people that been in them doors. Like he been in the rooms with those people that been in them doors. Whether he went through the window or went through the door, that's another subject, right? But the point is, I know that he knows. Just like I know that every goddamn rapper and R&B singer that you think could be down with that type of stuff knows. They got platinum records. I done put y'all up on color codes. You know, I done put y'all up on hand signals. I done put y'all up on sexuality. Y'all know the three characteristics of a nigga that sold a soul or a woman that sold a soul in this industry. Like, I'm not gonna be the dead dog, right? And if you don't believe it, I'm not here to convince anybody of it, right? Those who that know. Those who know me for the last 20 years and been following me, done seen enough signs to know that what I'm saying, it ain't no bull crap behind it, right? So now, I feel like Mace gave me my first cosign. And I wish I could play it, but I'm not gonna play it because I don't need nobody trying to strike my channel, even though yeah, I know he coming home. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm great. I'm ecstatic. Right? Mace is the first person I've seen that really co-signed what I know without being in them rooms, right? And I was shocked, right? And like I said, I would play it, but I don't want, people to try to strike my chain, even though I could use it under fair use. I just got this thing now. I don't feel like I have to show people stuff to make my point. Y'all can go and see it, right? So Mace, he says he's talking to somebody in particular, and he's like, "Yo, stop trying to act like you that nigga, like you came out here and you got it on the muscle, because you know, you played with in the Rainbow Games to get to where you at. And you know that. You know what I'm saying? You did the H to the Izzo, M to the Izzo activities to be the star that you are. You went and you sat in them Turkish bathhouses and in them steam rooms with niggas and whoop de whoop. So when Mace is saying this, right? This is the stuff that this is the stuff that hold on a second. Right? Like, yeah, so my bad, y'all. So Mace is actually, like I said, he's the first guy that is outwardly saying that what I've been telling y'all all these years to be true, right? And he's saying it with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he's saying that he only respect the people in the industry that made their name, that um weren't a part of the political stuff, right? Talking about me. Of course, he respects me, and he only respects the people who made it without compromising themselves. That would be me, right? Now, it's a. I've been waiting for decades, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I've been waiting for decades for a person like Mace to come out and co-sign what I've been telling y'all for years, for decades, right? And I've been begging, yo, one day I need somebody to come out here and say, yo, what Choke is telling y'all is the truth. You know, what Nori said about the two doors, what Fat Joe said about the gay mafia, all that is true if you want to be successful in this entertainment business, right? Even sports, right? The whole umbrella, right? Entertainment. Right now, I don't watch Mace at least. I brought that back at least 4 times. At least 4 times. Right? Now, I don't know if he was talking about Diddy allegedly. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I think part of the topic was how people made it and be successful and stuff. And Mace was like, he don't respect it if they went through the doors to get where they at. You know what I'm saying? Because he felt like that was a cheat code. Like I feel like it's a cheat code. You know what I'm saying? But he's saying it in a coded statement. I wish he would just say it, like, because if he just say it, right? Like he said on this show, he said, yo, dudes had boyfriends or went to like the Turkish spas to make it. They didn't just get it, you know, on their own without playing the political stuff. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was compromising themselves just to be a star. He's saying it, but I want him to say it and stand on it. And I would love it if he would name the people, right? But my thing is, I got relief. I got satisfaction from hearing May say that, bro. I swear to God, I prayed for the day that I hope somebody in the industry with some credibility came out and validated what I said, what Nori said, what Fat Joe said, that I know knows exactly what it is about this industry and how niggas give it up just to become a star or to go platinum or to sign to a certain label or management or be in a certain circle. And I prayed, I swear to God, I prayed for the day that I see one of these niggas. I'm sorry I keep saying the N-word. That I see one of these gentlemen that I know what I know is a fact, say it publicly, and this is the week Mace said it, and Mace, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let me tell you something, man. You released a lot of pain and suffering and mental anguish when you said what you said, man. I can't thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, man, because there's so many people that think that I was crazy or I'm hating or why every time the black man got to make it, they got to be gay or worship the devil. That was the validation that I needed, mate, because I struggled so hard in this industry. Refraining myself from hurting one of these goddamn people pushing up on me, trying to force me to change my sexuality for a goddamn dollar. And I knew what I was facing, and I knew it was like the movie They Live. Put on the shades, I could see every evil nigga and I could see every undercover mo. And Mace, I thank you. When I see you, brother, if I could shake your hand, I would appreciate it. You know what I mean? For validating something that I've known for the last 20 years. They finally hear somebody say it. It's finally to hear somebody say it with credibility. Made my goddamn birthday, boy. I'm telling you, boy. Like, and I know it's some of y'all that still ain't gonna believe it. Man, you trying to tell me that nigga, he gay? How he gay? He married. And he got kids. All right. All right. So yeah. So shout out to Mace. I appreciate you being somewhat transparent. I hope that you revisit that and build on it more. I hope that, you know, the Busters, the Nellies, you know, you know, all these other artists could come out and tell and co-sign it. Mace is all I need. That's for me. That was the validation I needed. I don't care. It could have been anybody in the industry that was of Mace caliber or been to the places where Mace went, and I know that he's been in these circles. and he know what he's talking about. So I would love to see, like I said, the Busters, the Nellies, and other industries to come in and echo off of what May said, so niggas could know that it's real. And like I said, I don't care if you believe me or not. I know what I know, and I know from my trials and tribulations in the industry. If you have a problem being amongst the Rainbow Crew, or you don't support it and you don't push it, then your career is going to go wherever you could take it. If you can let these people touch on you and play on you and see you uh, denounce uh, positive energy, spirits, religions, God, Allah, whatever, and denounce that for Satan, you're going, might be a billionaire. You might have goddamn baddest chick in the industry, but nobody will believe it. Niggas always gonna think that's hate. But once again, shout out Mace. I'm gonna move on from that. Let's get to the next topic at hand. The boy Ricky Rose. Rose he's out here talking about slapping 50 Cent. Now, do I believe Rick Ross would slap 50 Cent if he seen 50 Cent? I doubt it. But then again, he might be crazy enough. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the situation, I doubt it. Right? A one-on-one fight, he might fight 50, but in a one-on-one fight, I don't see Rick Ross seeing 50 somewhere, walking up on him and slapping him by himself. If them two niggas ran into each other somewhere by themselves, no security, I don't see Rick Ross being aggressive enough to approach 50 and put his hands on him. The other way around, I'm more in tune to think that 50, if he thought that he could get away with punching him in the face, that he would try it before Rick Ross would try it if he knew that he wasn't going to get arrested. I don't know. I think that Ross was doing that to make Jada and Fat Joe uncomfortable. I think he did that to make them uncomfortable. Like, y'all fuck with that nigga. Y'all know y'all rock with Curtis, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna talk real crazy. Y'all wanna interview me, boss? And y'all niggas rock with the Curtis dude? Okay, Joe. You know how many joints I did for you, Joe? You know I was the boss. And you over there, and you, Jada, you got the raspy voice like me. You rocking with the dude 50 Cent. He's a peon. Him in the bumpy face, Tony Ayo. Them niggas is bombs. You see the bump on Tony Ayo face? The nigga got acne. His man 50 need to let him hold some so the boy could go see the dermatologist. you know, they can't mess with the boss. Yeah, yo, I'm gonna get you a hookup with my dermatologist, cause I see your face breaking out. Boss, you know. Yeah, yo, what is that? You nigga 50 can't get you no Noxzema. Yeah, yo. You so lonely, yeah, yo, you can't get no Noxzema. Yeah, yo, your face is breaking out. You got the bumpy bumps. The boss. And and Auntie Murder. You ain't killing nothing, Auntie Murder. This nigga, like Rick Ross, this nigga just got the confidence of Mike Tyson over the night. That nigga must have had a Mike Tyson pack. Cause that nigga think he could beat everybody now. Oh, 50 Cent? I'll slap him. I'll slap him with my ring finger. You see this? The girls, they want to suck it. I can't even go out to the clubs. You know why, Joe? Joe, no, Joe, not just because I'm the boss. No, Joe, the girls, they want to suck the diamond finger. They want to suck it, Joe. Yeah. But I would slap the taste out of 50 Cent mouth. You know what I mean? Nigga gonna go buy my baby mother a fur coat. Her and her girlfriend. You think I forgot about that? Yeah, Choke, no joke. You was up in the office. Yeah. You was there when 50 bought my baby mother a fur coat. Yeah. He's a trick. He bought my baby mother a fur 50 cents a trick. Boss. That nigga Rick Ross be talking greasy. That nigga be talking greasy. Yeah, I got the horses at my house. So, I was thinking about buying Belmont Parkway, just to store my houses. No, my horses. No, I'm not gonna put my houses in Belmont, my horses, but I'll slap 50 Cent. I'll slap. I think 5 minutes later, you see these niggas chasing Ross ass down the street. But I don't know, man. Rick Ross, I think that he should go ahead and try his hand in comedy, man. Like, just go ahead and get on the stage, man, and just go for it, bro. It ain't easy. I've done comedy. I enjoy it. I'm gonna get back to it in a second. But Ross, I think that you can have a career. You probably be funnier than T.I. I give you that. Because all you gotta do is just get up there and brag. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta write no material. Just brag. Talk about all this stuff and your marble floors. You know what I'm saying? The platinum silverware that you eat off of, the gold tub. You know what I'm saying? You take a bath in a real 24 karat tub. I got the 24 karat tub. The boss gotta wash his ass in gold. Gotta wash my ass in gold. But I don't know, but there's gonna be a time that Ross is gonna clash with 50 Cent. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I promise you, these niggas ran into each other before and it was super smoke. You know what I'm saying? So Ross is out here talking greasy, but it's the internet, man. Everybody is like going the extra mile to go fucking viral, B. Like, it's crazy. Just like this next story I'm talking about. Let's move on. Somewhere, like, delusion is just becoming a thing, right? Delusion is just becoming a thing. Because now we got Max B thinking that he's better than Big Daddy Kane and he got more hit records than Big Daddy Kane. And he could win in the verses with Big Daddy Kane. Like, yo, come on, Max B. Like, yo, Max B, you got like, I don't know what concoctions you was putting together in jail. Like, if you done had so many oodles and noodles and untouched your noodle, like, somebody told Max B this nigga was bigger than what he was, right? He was him with this bigger belly, taking Biggie and Machiavelli, combining them together. Like, Max B is, that nigga came home to a new, different type of weed. Like the little skunk or the chocolate what niggas used to have back in the days. Like, that nigga came home and got some of that chronic. That nigga came home and his mind is gone. This dude is out here. He said he got delusions of grandeur. Yo, this dude, somebody told Max B that he got a platinum hit. Like, I'm not talking about what he wrote for anybody. I'm just talking about him having a successful single on his own. When I say Max B, the first thing you are going to say is balling. And that's where it ends. So to sit there and talk trash about Kane, like, okay, is Kane relevant today? No. Can Kane go out and do a show and get a check today? Yes. Can Kane do a tour anywhere in the world for the most part, especially overseas, and tour and get a check? Yes. Can Max B do more shows worldwide than Big Daddy Kane? No. There's markets where people don't even know who the hell Max B is. That nigga is a local hero, right? Kane can go to Europe. Kane can go to Germany. Kane can go to Australia. Kane can go to China. Kane can go to Japan. Kane can go to anywhere in the world, whether it is arena or a hole in the wall. He's can book a show for the rest of his life. Max B cannot go to all the markets that Kane can go to. Max B and Kane could both go walk through an airport outside of America. I guarantee you more people will know Big Daddy Kane than they know Max B. Now, Max B, I'm just going to tell you like this, my nigga. If you that wavy, if you that nice, and you think you better than Kane, all you got to do is go to the booth and say his name. That's it. If you really think that you are better than Kane, go to the studio and go make your Kane diss track and wait for it. If you think that nigga's washed up, get your butt in the studio. 16 or 316. Try your luck, nigga. Try him. Max B. Somebody make sure Max B see this. If you think you are better than Big Daddy Kane, even at his age right now, and you think you got a more successful career than Big Daddy Kane, which is straight nonsense. But if you believe that, you supposed to believe you the best. Hit Kane with the diss song and wait for it. Because I guarantee you he gonna respond. Because you ain't got a record bigger than Raw, my nigga. I'm just keeping it big, keeping it 100. And if you even want to take balling ain't bigger than Raw. Raw been playing for decades and still get played. You ain't got a record bigger than Ain't No Half Stepping. Max B. You ain't got a record bigger than Smooth Operator. Max B. You don't have a record or a verse that's memorable than his verse on Self-Destruction. You don't have a record bigger than Let's Get Into It with Biz. Just me, him, and Biz. You wrote records for niggas. Did you write a record bigger than the Vapors, Max B? What, Ballin'? I think the Vapors have more of an impact than the Ballin'. Maybe not, depending on the time and era. Right? But that ain't your record. That's Jim Jones' record. Just like that ain't Kane's record. It's Biz's record. But if you want to talk about, you wrote for niggas. Okay. Kane wrote for people too. You don't have a record bigger than Set It Off, Max B. With those few records right there, he could go and do more goddamn shows than you can. So, to disrespect the legend, like he didn't put out 2 gold albums. Because remember back then, niggas wasn't even going platinum yet. He had 2 gold albums. 2 gold albums is equivalent to platinum. So technically he did go platinum. Maybe not in 1 album, but he did with the first 2 albums. And there ain't no telling where the sales are today. But they certified gold. How many solo albums you got, Max B, that certified gold? I'll wait. How many solo albums you got that's platinum? How many singles you got? Solo singles. That's bigger than Raw, Set It Off, Ain't No Half Stepping, I Get the Job Done. Which one? Just one of your songs, your solo songs, with you rapping on it. And you could throw your new joints in there too. You don't have no hit records, brother. And your ego is superseding your goddamn your intellect. Because like you smart enough to know that you're not a bigger artist or got more hit records than Big Daddy Kane. You're bugging. But when I see you pass me some of that shit you smoking. Matter of fact, you need to open a goddamn dispensary with the stuff you smoking, nigga. Because everybody need to come and smoke that. Everybody need to come hit that shit you hitting, nigga. Because you is high. God damn it. That shit got your ego out of control. But like I said, if you think you nicer than Kane, drop the record. Ain't nothing else to talk about, Max B. Drop the record. This nigga. And then he say what he say about Kane. And then he doubled down on it. Like, really went and doubled down on it.
Kane, you might, right? You know when you let me down? Because I was a young boy. You was that nigga to that third album. You let me down when I saw this.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you, though. I'm around Max's age, man.
Now, this comes from a guy. And he's talking about Big Daddy Kane wearing some like leopard underwear, boxes, or something. I don't know. Right? But he talking about he let him down because he seen him in some leopard boxes. Like, but Diddy could be singing to French Montana. And that don't let you down. Diddy singing to French Montana didn't let you down. Topless. Okay. Kane let you down. Having sex with Madonna and I believe allegedly Naomi Campbell, I think it was. But French didn't let you down with Diddy singing to that nigga at the table. All right, my nigga. Yeah, you done lost a couple of stripes in the hip hop streets, disrespected Kane. But like I said, you want to smoke with Kane? He all for it. All you got to do is say his name. You know what I'm saying? You shy? I know you ain't shy. Hey, that nigga, Rick Ross talking about, hey, the Naked Drake album is mid. Nah, I give it a 5. Yeah, I give Drake album a 5. Yeah, it's mid. You know, it's not hot. Like that nigga, yo, Rick Ross, he on one, man. I don't know what it is, but he on one. That nigga said Drake album was mid, like some bull crap weed. It's gonna be him and Drake next. You watch. But real quick, and then let me get to Fat Joe. But for a couple of years now, I've been telling y'all about this chick, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. And I've been telling y'all she was fugazi. You could go through my page, put her name in, Choke No Joke, and watch the videos. You can go on my Instagram. If you see her, I'll post it on my page. I've been told, I've been told everybody, this woman was a fraud. I told everybody. Oh, I told everybody. Y'all would not listen, right? A lot of people got caught up in her looks. And I will say, she is a fine glass of wine. And this is why so many people fell victim to her beauty. Yeah. But my predictions is somewhere in the near future, somebody is going to sue her. Watch. She don't want to produce a doctorate. You know, she's not producing information to prove to anybody that she's a doctor. So now you got doctors and people with doctorates and people with real degrees that see through her, and they are over. It's a abundance. It's an avalanche. It's an overflow of people with proper credentials and telling you how there's no way that she can't get her credentials to prove to the world that she is a doctor or got her doctorate because the school that she went to shut down. That's nonsense. I done got my transcripts like 2 years ago from when I went to college, got them 20 something, 30 years ago. So the transcripts ain't going nowhere. But I believe this. I believe that somebody is going to be smart enough to realize they paid her for consultation for having a doctorate degree and think that she was licensed to give them information that they could have took it and destroyed their marriage or something, and they're going to spin the block and they're going to put in a lawsuit and get some of all that money she got out of the people that booked her thinking that she was a real doctor. Watch what I'm telling you, because I just seen her. They got that girl Stormy. That girl 20 years probation because she was hustling out here. That's the same thing that Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is doing, hustling. You know what I'm saying? And hustling, depending on what your product is, if it's legal, illegal, and you hustle it, you're gonna find yourself in some trouble. And I'm guaranteeing you, mark my words, y'all. I'm gonna knock on wood for her because I don't want to wish bad on the young lady. But watch what I tell y'all. Soon as somebody get hit that they could get a check and realize that she's not a licensed doctor and they paid her, somebody or several people are going to sue her for malpractice. And that's what it's going to be, malpractice. Watch. Somebody's going to sue her and it's going to be all bad for her. Watch what I'm telling you. Give it a minute. It's coming because more people are getting hip to her, more people, and you got people that are starting to report her. And all those people that are reporting her, they're gonna look into it, and that's when things are gonna get really bad for for Cheyenne Bryant. I can't call her doctor till I see the degree. I'm never gonna call her doctor again. You know what I mean? We call her Sexy Cheyenne, but she ain't no doctor. No, no, no. You no doctor. I don't trust you to give me no prescription, girl. You might make me OD. You beautiful woman. I trust you only to be a nurse. I don't trust you to be a doctor, and you no show me no doctor. Rit. You know I no doctor, Rit. No receipty, no shirty. You have to show me receipt. But nah, all jokes aside, and I ain't wishing bad on her, but like life is full of experience, and that's what I see coming down the pipeline for that young lady. You know, and the way she cursing people out and stuff. Oh yeah, it's going to be more than one person that's going to report her. But is there anything that before I get to Fat Joe, I'm getting to Fat Joe next. There's one other thing I forgot to talk about, and I got to give his brother a call. My man Daz. Daz is out here selling the chronic. I don't know what made Daz do this. I definitely got to call him, maybe try to set up an interview or something. But Daz went and pressed up I don't know if it's the original Chronic album. I don't know if he went and remixed it, remastered it. I don't know what the hell Daz did. But my dude, that nigga Daz, Dillinger, is out here running around selling autographed copies of Dr. Dre's The Chronic. Because he felt like he never got compensated. He never seen any royalties from it. He's saying that he didn't get paid. Now, excuse me. This is a little scary for me with Daz. I don't think Daz, for one, he's doing public displays of reselling a product, and right from the, just my legal brain, just right off the top, I'm seeing the copyright infringement or trademark infringement right off the top with the cover, right? Then it's not only is it trademark infringement, now it's copyright infringement. It's all types of other stuff, right? That technically thinking about it, this is all federal. None of this is state. So it's also piracy charges. Right? Dan, you said it the same time I said it, my fellow Americans. Piracy, right? On top of that, they could build a federal case against Daz. Where's that playing? Yeah, you got piracy, you got trademark infringement, you got copyright infringement right off the top, right? Now, why this isn't good for Daz is because it's a federal case, right? And we see bootleggers get arrested on the streets. This dude here is losing his mind because he's doing it and he's making sales on camera, which he's not going to be able to deny if it goes to court. And I would hate to see him go to jail because, like, you're playing with people that went through those doors. The people that went through those doors got power. And they can make this as simple as this looks, as minimal as this looks. Like, Dr. Dre ain't thinking about Daz running around selling bootleg copies of the Chronic, right? I doubt he cares, right? He's not like that ain't gonna take no money out of his pocket. But however, the Interscopes, the Jimmy Iovine's, you know, him having a problem with Snoop right now. Snoop can, and like I said, Snoop ain't seeing nothing off of this either. So even though Snoop owns Death Row now, I don't know if this could be a jab at Snoop too, but them niggas could be so petty to get him arrested for something as petty as this, and it being a federal crime. He can wind up doing time for real for something that's minute because niggas won't play fair and they will use the powers that be to make him suffer. You know what I'm saying? Because, certain people are in certain clubs and did certain things that they get certain favors for. So, Daz, if you watching, if you listening, stop playing with them people, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But they try to put a bullshit ass piracy, trademark infringement, copyright case on you, and you wind up doing some goddamn time for it. Let me see. What is how much time can you get for piracy? One year. And up to 5 to 10 years in federal prison for felony charges. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, that nigga, he can get up to a year in prison for a misdemeanor and up to 5 to 10 years in prison for federal felony charges. And that's just for the piracy alone. Leave them niggas alone, Dad. And you can get a $250,000 fine. In civil case, they could get them for at least 30,000, up to 150,000. Well, he have a hard ass argument with those videos on Instagram. I know that. So, like I said, Daz, if you listening, don't go to jail for something that minute, my nigga, because you can't go to jail for it. I just looked it up. So, I don't know. But I'm gonna get on to the guy, Joey Crack. So Fat Joe, he did a show with oh God, who's the guest? I don't even know this guy's name. I don't even know who the hell he is. On the Joe and Jada show, Fat Joe recently talked about Tupac, right? And he said he was in Dubai. And when he was in Dubai, he met this gangster dude. And everybody knows him, according to Joe. He's a real gangster dude, and they made movies about this dude. Like, he's a real gangster. He said they was in Dubai, and the gangster dude that they made the movies about told him that he was the one who killed Tupac. Do I need to repeat that? Fat Joe said this week that he was in Dubai, and this gangster dude that people know that they made movies about told him that he was the one that killed Tupac. Now, here's what first thing that came to my mind. Besides Fat Joe lying. Right? So when I saw this and he said it, first thing that came to my mind, here go another one of Fat Joe, Cap Joe stories. Then not too long ago, I seen the episode with when Remy was on there and she was addressing Fat Joe lying. And she said, Fat Joe, he might tell a story and he might exaggerate it, but for the most part, he don't be lying. If it was 10 niggas, Joe would say it was 135. He exaggerated. But he really don't be lying for the most part, right? I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt from Remy because I know Remy, and I know conversations that me and her had that I'm not gonna repeat. So I gotta take what Joe say. I mean, take what she say about Joe not being a liar with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Because if Joe wasn't a liar, then it would make Remy a liar. Because Joe didn't agree to some of the things that Remy said and said things that Remy uh, didn't agree to that Joe said. So they never, or they wasn't always on the same page with every story. So for her to say that he don't be lying all the time or he don't be lying, I got to take that in a case by case basis, right? Now, if this is true, what Fat Joe is saying, right? Oh shit. Hold on. Sorry about that, Instagram. I knocked that down. But if what Fat Joe was saying is true, right? Then who did he meet in Dubai that told him that they killed Tupac, right? Was it Raphael Perez allegedly, or was it David Mack allegedly? Because these are the two people that I believe allegedly is the shooter in Tupac's situation. I don't think it was no four niggas in no car. That was all a script given to Keefe D to repeat that, right? If you go and you look at all the first reports, even with Brent Becker, the first person that's on the scene, the girls, most of them outside of Reggie and them all said it was two people in the car. Gaddafi said he saw a light-skinned dude, bald head with a cap, mustache, looked like a bitch in the face, right? The other person I would believe if it wasn't Perez and Mac, it was Gaines, Kevin Gaines, and Mac, or Kevin Gaines and Raphael Perez, allegedly, right? And we know they were in Vegas at the time. So when Fat Joe said that, right, and he said, yo, this dude's a real gangster. They got movies about him. Immediately, Training Day came to mind, right? Training Day, because of Perez, they made a movie about him, and he's a gangster, even though he was a cop, right? David Mack, if I'm not mistaken, was a part of the Training Day movie, even though they gave all of them, different names. Raphael Perez was Alonzo, and right. So when Fat Joe says that he was in Dubai and one of the gangsters that we all know they made movies about this dude or whatever told him that he killed Tupac, I don't think that is to be taken lightly. I think that not only the Shakur estate, not only should Mopreme and Shakur, Mopreme, Matula Shakur estate, as well as Vegas, well, Keefe D's defense should be all over this immediately, right? And I feel like the prosecution, if they want the truth, because Keefe D is not the truth. I feel like if the prosecution wants the truth, or to let me rephrase that. If the prosecutions want to get justice for the family, for the person responsible, not just trial Keefe D, because this nigga sitting there talking crazy, right? By still doing an investigation to make sure that they don't blow the case in case Keefe D was lying, and they get up here and they go and present this and it's a not guilty because they ain't have no evidence without looking into other prospects. I think they'll be doing the people a disservice. But I think that even the prosecution should be talking to Fat Joe, right? Now, if Keefe D and I'm talking to my lawyers, or my lawyers is paying attention, you know what I'm saying, to this, then my first thing is somebody got to give Fat Joe a six-pack of the potential killers of Tupac, right? Now, I know there's a lot of suspects in Tupac murder that were gangsters, But there ain't not too many of them they made movies about. Right? Do I believe Orlando Anderson was in Dubai? Met Fat Joe in Dubai? Hell no. Do I think Fat Joe met Keefy D in Dubai? Hell no. And they ain't make no movies about these dudes back then, right? So I believe it's either Raphael Perez or David Mack, right? All we know was light skin, bald head with a mustache, hat on the cap, and looked like a broad in the face, right? All you gotta do is show Fat Joe a picture of Perez or Mack and be like, yo, which one of these dudes allegedly killed Tupac? That go for the Shakur family, the Mutula Shakur family, the prosecutor, and the defense. If Fat Joe is not lying, then he can identify the person if it's if it was Orlando, if it was Mac, if it was Perez, if it was Gaines, whatever. Fat Joe should still remember what the dude looked like. His memory is vivid, according to his goddamn story, right? First thing I would do is subpoena Fat Joe. And then question him about when was this time in Dubai? And where did he have this conversation? And were there any other witnesses there? Anybody else heard this person say that? Anybody that was with you when he told you? Did you tell somebody that night after he told you that what he said? Then I want to speak to those people. And then I want to show all of them a six-pack of the potential with people that allegedly killed Tupac. Once I do that, once I obtain the date and the location and where they was at and the witnesses, then I will check to see where was the person that Fat Joe told that when Tupac got shot. Now, this person that told Fat Joe that they shot Tupac and Fat Joe picks him out in the lineup and they was in Vegas at the time, Tupac murder solved right there. Because they put themselves there and they confessed to the crime. And Fat Joe could pick him up out the lineup, even though he's already insinuating that the world knows who he's talking about, because he's claiming that they made movies about this person. I'm telling you, first thing that came to my mind was Training Day, bro. And the Rampart Cops. Because they depict it in the movie. What movie is what movie could possibly be? What movie could it possibly be that a person that was involved in the murder of Tupac, a gangster nigga that was around that situation, who did they make? Which one of those persons had a movie made about them? They never made a movie about the South Side Crips. Something to think about. Well, somebody better get at Fat Joe on that defense. And if he looks at them pictures and he say, that's the guy, this whole case going to turn around real fast. What movie? Training Day. There ain't no other movie. What other gangsters you know that wanted to do something to Tupac? I don't think they made a movie about Haitian Jack. I don't think they made a movie about Jimi Henchman. Who else they made a movie about that could potentially be I can't think of nobody else that could potentially had a beef with Pac or was involved in the assassination of Pac. That could have had a movie made about them. And you know Jada, who? Say it. Who? Come on, say it. Who? Joke Training Today, Training and City of Lies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a couple of movies, but like I'm not going to say Fat Joe is capping, but I think that somebody needs to follow up on that. What did he look like? Was he light skinned? Was he brown skinned? Was he fat? Was he chubby? Somebody got like burn up Fat Joe's, Instagram. You know what I'm saying? It's at Fat Joe. Burn up his comments in his Instagram and ask him, what did the guy look like that killed Tupac? Say he killed Tupac. Was he light skinned or dark skinned? Somebody need to get on Fat Joe, y'all. Let's make this one go viral so Fat Joe answer that question. Was the guy light-skinned or dark-skinned, Fat Joe, that said he was the one that killed Tupac? That's what inquiring minds want to know. Choke No Joke, you already know. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here, if you like what I do. I appreciate it if you do. Don't be cheap like that. It don't cost you nothing. It's just a push of a button. All right? Thanks for all the support for my birthday. Thanks for the support for watching the show tonight. Choke No Joke, y'all know what it is. May 21st, Gemini season has begun. Rest in peace, the notorious B.I.G. Frank Wright, my nigga. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, Big. All right? I say a prayer for Big Soul tonight. One love. I'm out.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, Cliff, what up, man? Yeah, man, I just got your call. I missed it, my bad. What's going on?
Yo, man, I got an issue, man. On everything I love, man. These kids got me tight, man. I go and I find out that both of my sons, man, is involved in some kind of gang activity, man. I work too damn hard to keep them away from that life, man, and for them to choose that, I just feel totally disrespected, man. I need you to come talk to these little niggas, man, before I just hurt one of these niggas, man.
What? Come on, man. You ain't raised them guys like that, man. You serious?
Gang life, man.
Say word.
Hey, man, I don't know. They got somebody in their ear influencing them, man, and I need you to come talk and holler at these little niggas, man, because, look, I'm at my wit's end, man.
Nah, man, I'm over there.
Well, thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
I'll let you in a minute.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
All right, my nigga. One.
Yeah. stay tuned. You know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey yo, come here, man. Oh, you think I'm corny, huh? Oh, really? I see more guns than Tommy. Who's Tommy? Was I in the army? No. Nah, I got my stripes though. Now listen, broke many nights. Doing what? Pitching that white. No matter hard or soft, trust me, I'm cut from a different cloth. Now look at me, I don't knock my man off. If I gotta kill him, I step off. You know why? When you kill a trife, find yourself killing all your life. Word is bond. You have to live, little nigga, to experience life. Trust me, your mama's the one. There at the end of the night. Let's go. Youngster, you are me. Yeah. It's a reason they call me OG. Let's go. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Come here, man. Listen, you little jerk. They gonna tell you to put in work. What? Then they gonna give you a gun. And tell you to kill someone. Who's already a op. They really want the block. Are you serious? And you gonna take the shot. And then you go to jail. What? 3 hots in a cot. 20 flat to be down with the block. No, I don't. You thought it was your beginning. Nah, that's where you stopped. They knew the outcome and didn't let you opt out. To take they opt out. You the one they'll forget about. No, they youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Youngster, you are me. It's the reason why they call me OG. Okay. Saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me.
Choke, no joke. Yeah. It's choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Chicken choke, no joke. Choke, no joke. Niggas choke, no joke.